It'll likely be one of the main headlines throughout the entire week. Back in Russia and some new Cold War type threats. From Vladimir Putin warning if the U.S. puts a missile defense shield in Europe, Russia will aim its own nuclear weapons at Western European targets. Sounds a lot like the 1980s. Fox News political analyst Tammy Bruce is here, and Democratic strategist Bob Beckel joins us live. Good morning to both of you.
Hi there.
Tammy, what do you think of this, all this, I guess the rumblings now from Moscow coming back to Washington?
Well, it is another glaring example of the growing incompetency of the Bush administration and his foreign policy. And
You think it's the White House's fault for this?
Well, you know, I'll tell you something. Absolutely. What do you think exactly Vladimir Putin, what we would do if he was putting, say, missile bases, let's say in Cuba or in Honduras? We also would be upset. When we talk Europe, we're talking the Czech Republic and Poland. And for the reason of supposedly protecting us from long-range missiles from Iran. And on the other hand, we're saying we're not going to let Iran get those long-range missiles.
But you agree you agree Iran is a threat, and you would also agree that they're trying to develop these weapons.
Heck, and we've also said that we're not going to let it happen. So which is it? Are we going to just defend against them having the bomb, or are we going to stop them from having it? The point is that you've got here, Bush is giving up our sovereignty here at home. In Iraq, the new line is ceasefire, which is we're just essentially asking the enemy to stop shooting at us. And here we've got, while he prepares the president to talk about global warming to the G8, he's not prepared for Vladimir Putin threatening a new arms race. I'm waiting to find the space aliens that kidnapped the president that I grew to admire after September 11th and left this tool behind.
My. Bob,
it's extraordinary.
Yeah, let's get
furious.
I'll tell you, first of all, I'm still looking at that rapper threw that guy off the stage. You know, I once got thrown off a band stage, and I was a member of the band. But I'll tell you, it's amazing to me how conservatives have turned on George Bush. In this case, I don't think he deserves it. Well, wait, I don't think he deserves it. Putin has been a thug from the beginning. I don't care how he looked into his soul and how he possibly, that was his mistake.
Sure.
He saw somebody good. But look, this is a guy that you could take down a wall, but you can't take the thugs out of thugs. And in Putin's case, he was a member of the KGB. He has never changed his attitude. Two things are worrisome about this. One, he said he would retarget their missiles, which we've all detargeted, as we know, after the supposedly end of the Cold War. And the second thing is he's talking about an arms race.
So
with oil money.
I hear your point. You're saying you can't trust Putin. What about that, Tammy?
Well, you know, the point is that every maniac in the world has felt empowered during the last 5 years. Kim Jong-il, Ahmadinejad, Nasrallah in Lebanon, and now Putin. That is the president's issue. The fact is every tyrant in the world has felt that they can do whatever they please because Bush has been so ineffective.
Let me put up what the White House is saying about this. We made clear to the Russians repeatedly that the missile defense system, which will not come online for several years, is no threat to Russia and is designed to protect Europe from emerging threats in the Middle East. It's unfortunate they continue to make these comments. That's the official position from the White House.
And we are in Afghanistan and Iraq, and we're telling Russia that we need missiles in the Czech Republic and Poland because of the threat of the Middle East. Well, which is it? Now, you know, this is, again, we know Putin is a threat and a thug. The point is a president like Reagan, as an example, would hold and the problem with Russia now is with the free market, we can't bankrupt them with an arms race. They're in a very different position.
Depending
and Rice
energy
and
prices
Bush
in the future. I just want to squeeze in Bob for a quick comment.
I was just going to say, I used to be in the business of national security. I tell you, when you launch missiles from Iran, they go over Europe to get to us. So that's number one. Number two,
Iran wasn't going to be getting missiles. So which is it, Mr. President?
I'm almost out of time, Bob.
I support George Bush on this. Okay, that's all I got to say. And it's a strange day when I do that.
Contrary to be contrary.
Well, did you say it was a strange day, Bob?
A strange day.
Strange and rare. Thank you, sir. Bob Beckel, Tammy Bruce. We'll talk again, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.